So finally, for the first time ever, we're headed out here on Salzwiesen Park in multiplayer, and of course, trying to add trophies to our lodge. We're gonna kind of treat this like our Reventually Coast hunts, so we'll be hunting raccoon dogs, maybe common raccoons, red fox, those sorts of things, and in the meantime, gonna be keeping our eyes in the sky and trying to take a look at every flock of birds, looking to maybe add some sort of rares to our lodge as well. So I actually brought both Ferruginous duck and gadwall decoys. Should we see any potential trophies of those, we can decoy them down, and hopefully by the end of this, we can add something cool to our lodge. And you know, honestly, I gotta say, it's nice to be on this map and not just chasing pheasants. Like, this is one of our pheasant grinding locations, and just seeing literally anything other than pheasants out there, it's a little bit of a refreshing take on Salzwiesen Park. So, gonna go ahead, somehow not drop that raccoon with the 22-250. I think that was a lung shot, but even still, he shook that off pretty well. And by the way, that's another one of those things. We've had a couple of albino raccoons, never had any of the piebalds, and haven't had a melanistic, so chances for those sorts of things, rares we've never had, even on species that have been in the game for a number of years. So 9.92 scoring gold, that was a lung, and I'm amazed he actually kind of ran from that. But what we're gonna do is kind of move up through these fields and then get into more waterfowl territory, just so, as I said, we can treat it like Reventually Coast. Keep on spotting flocks of ducks as we chase these other things, and we'll see between that and just the animals on land running, what's out here. And I've said it before, I'll say it again, it really is, at least from my perspective, so unbelievably easy to just not notice a rare. So I'm really trying to spend as much time as possible just spotting these flocks, just in case. How do we do that? Just in case there's something in there that is just a subtle difference that actually does turn out to be a rare. So we killed, I think, a mallard hen, like over the shoulder of that second golden eye, but the higher scoring one at least we got. And as if it wasn't extremely obvious, this area here is really good for waterfowl. I don't really think you get Ferruginous ducks or gadwall here that often, but this whole region through here has a lot of good spots. So that kind of thing, coupled with just the other animals we're hunting, we should get eyes on a ton of animals today, just a matter of finding the right one. You know, I've been asked a number of times which map I think is the best for waterfowl hunting, and I've continued to say Reventually Coast just because it's bigger and there's a couple more waterfowl species, but I'm not gonna lie, I haven't spent a little time up here today. I think I gotta change my mind. There's just so many ducks in this area. I mean, there's tufted ducks everywhere, goldeneye all over the place, obviously mallard, teal, widgeon. There's just, it's like endless flocks of birds up here, and all we've really done is pass through this area. I've never spent significant time trying to spot every single one. It's actually nuts up here. I haven't seen anything crazy just yet, but I'll tell you what, even if it's not this server, spending some time up here just over a couple of days, I'd be shocked if we didn't find anything good. It's really, really loaded. Like, I feel like I'm just moving unbelievably slow. I don't care too much about the mallards, but just every time we try to cover any ground, another flock of ducks flies over. Nice 924 there, so about 40 shy of being a diamond. And obviously, tufted ducks are another one on that list that I really want some rares of. So we're gonna try to keep going here and eventually get into gadwall and Ferruginous duck territory, but it might take a while. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Literally, the first flock of Ferruginous ducks has a level 3 in it? Where are they going, though? Because this is not a flock of birds that's about to go laying down here. So not only do we need to try to keep an eye on that, up to 1116, by the way, we need to figure out sort of the direction they're moving. And I guess we'll try to decoy them in. So just to get a look, I feel like this is going to be a good spot to set up, because this is what I generally consider as like Ferruginous duck territory anyway. That's a second flock, I think. So that's where we'll go, and we'll see if we can get decoys set up and if they maybe come in. So what we're gonna do is go ahead and throw the decoys out here, and I'm gonna put the gadwall decoys out too, just in case there's anything cool around for them. And then we'll just go up on that little hill there and just try to observe. Hopefully, with some time, the flock that we're actually after will come down here and land. Okay, that's our bird. So long as they're gonna just come land here, we actually should be good. And they're actually starting to kind of break formation, so I think they're going to. And we might actually not have any problem. There's a huge flock of them there. At this stage, we might sit here a minute afterwards just in case. Alright, where actually is the 3? Is it with these ones? Well, that's great. He's somewhere in here. Okay, that's him right there, just landing. Gonna go ahead right at 100 meters. Plink him. And just like that, potential diamond Ferruginous duck down. So even though I said we're gonna stay here, we will go and grab that just to see. I kind of forget. I think diamond might be 1100, in which case that's not a great estimate, but maybe it's 1050 actually, and max scores 1100. Either way, we are about to find out. Got teal flying over. This, yeah, I've changed my mind. Salzwiesen Park, best waterfowl map for sure. As for this guy right here, first Ferruginous duck of the hunt. Oh my goodness, gonna be a max score diamond at 1100. Are you kidding me? Gonna tax that straight away. So yeah, just based on that, obviously 1050 is diamond, 1100 would be the max. That's crazy. All right, well, we officially just replaced the diamond Ferruginous duck we have in our dugout multi-mount with this guy. Unless we can find a rare yet today, and pretty dang good start, who knows what's gonna happen. Let's jump back up on this hill, we'll give it a little more time. I think I'm convinced enough anyway. Nothing else crazy around here. I haven't even like picked out a specific duck to try to go ahead and shoot. Maybe we'll just take that Drake Gadwall right there. And there are, by the way, some really cool rares for the Gadwall, like just the melanistics and albinos for these new ducks. Really cool looking birds. That's another thing that I'd love to get, and frankly, that is the reason that I brought the decoys. I think if we get to a lodge, I'm gonna grab tufted duck decoys too, just in case. But those are the types of things I'd love to add to that duck op mount. We already have the rare widgeon, we've got the rare golden eye, I think we have a rare mallard in there. Rares of the new species, just because they look so good, that would really kind of complete that thing. So, gonna grab that guy, nice little eclipse silver, pick all these up, and we'll start to move on. Maybe we'll actually shoot something on the ground again. We really have gotten into ducks here. Well, not sure why we got kicked out of there all this time later, but I guess we'll go through the same area on another server. It was pretty dang good on that one. No way. I can't believe we hit that. That level 3 teal took off. We don't have decoys. I just didn't think we were ever going to get it. This is a great estimate up to 360 something. And literally, just coming back through this same spot, loaded with waterfowl again, only because we got kicked. That might be our biggest duration teal ever. We've never gotten like a really good size one. So all the way over here, got to where he fell down at. It does appear to be a common. 357, I think that is actually tying our PB, I'm pretty sure. We've never, I don't even know what the max score is, but we've never gotten one much above the diamond requirement, and that stays true. Hit him in the wing at 193, but add a second diamond to our total, and we still have all that area where like all the Gadwall and Ferruginous duck were last time, so who knows what's gonna be over here, but I do want to get to the island, and as I said after the diamond Ferruginous duck, maybe actually shoot something on land again. You know what? Sometimes getting kicked ain't a bad thing. Another level 3 Ferruginous duck. Are we gonna have the same situation again though? Where like oh maybe they are gonna land out there. They're kinda turning. I'm not really sure what they're doing. Got some teal up here, just gonna quickly check on them. They are, I think, gonna land somewhere around here. And that surely would make life easier if we don't have to try to decoy them in. This one's 1020 to 1120, and we still just can't get over where we're trying to go. They will try to land into the wind, so they should kind of land flying at us. Just gonna keep on getting a little bit closer. Okay, got an alert, let's not do that. Okay, gonna plop down right over there. That's great. We're gonna have to do a lot of sneaking now. Right in that little body of water. They'll leave not spooked too. Sometimes they just get up and leave, so we gotta try to get there semi-quick. Okay, that's him. They just went alert. Gonna try to do this semi-quick then. Bounce back up here. How close to the grass is he? Alright, that sort of makes sense. That's gonna get him though. And 3 of our last 4 ducks are gonna be level 3s, but again, 2 separate servers, and all of a sudden just going through the most crazy area we've ever seen. I think we gotta do this a little bit more often. So as for that one, same sort of deal as the last one. The score range goes from troll all the way to max score. So let's take a look. Second level 3 Ferruginous duck. Oh, this one's barely a diamond. 1057.99. Red-brown though. So 2 different plumage types. We're definitely gonna have to go back and like take a look at maybe some older duck species. things such as even mallards, but cinnamon teal, harlequin ducks, and replace them with some of these new ones, that is pretty darn cool. Still got a ways to go here, but not too far from the island now. So all this time on Salzwiesen Park, all the hours chasing waterfowl, obviously a ton of hours going after pheasants, we have yet to shoot a raccoon dog drinking during the daylight. Obviously that got changed with the Salzwiesen Park update, and weirdly enough, it's only Salzwiesen Park raccoon dogs. The ones over on Reventuly Coast still drink in the night hours. So, kind of a cool thing we can actually do. They drink from, I believe it's 10 to 1300, of course the zone's gone now, but we have in-game about 1 in-game hour, so we might as well make the most of it. So just a little level 5 here, 6.29 I think that scores, but it is a cool thing that, you know, used to be with every map. There was always the one map that had the ideal drink time for a certain species or things like that. Now, other than raccoon dogs, I think everything is synced up across all the different maps. All the zone times are identical, but it is sort of an extra reason to come here and hunt. Well, that's kind of interesting. The other class 2 animal, I guess other than common raccoons, max weight red fox. I was actually on my way down to this lake to look for raccoon dogs, and the thing is, we go and track this. It's gonna basically be the end of raccoon dog drink time, but surely not gonna let it go. Let's go see what's on the other end of this track. That is the lowest estimate I've ever seen on a mythical, 9 to 12? Oh, it'd be hard to shoot a fox with a duck decoy, but I think he has to score 12 point something. Did that follow-up hit? I don't know how it wouldn't have, but that was kind of odd. What actually happened? Oh, it was a flesh hit. We found the one spot where the lungs start to kind of curl upwards, and we shot right underneath him. It is a 12 scoring red fox. Again, in a hunt where we've killed 3 diamonds, I'm not sure the legend of the 12 scoring fox continues to find diamonds after encountering the fox, but we will take that. There's just so many birds around here. You just kind of get used to ignoring them, I guess. Chasing pheasants forever, but really is insane to see it when we're actually hunting them. And just one thing to the next, max weight estimate, common raccoon this time. Can we do the same thing? Not really, however, he went down really fast, so we might have gotten something good. I knew they rolled over like that because we shot that one at the beginning of the hunt. It's just kinda too quick to take advantage of like we typically do for fox unless we shoot right under the lungs. And it was the first shot I think, but there's vital blood. A little bit ridiculous to look at. High bleed rate versus the size of the raccoon laying there. 11 scoring gold. I don't know how we did that when we can't even hit the lungs of that fox that was basically standing still. We will take it though. Nearly 11 kilo, and just gonna continue on to this lake. I assume there's raccoon dogs down here, only one way to find out. We got a couple of minutes of their drink time left. So actually, not really what I expected. There weren't many raccoon dogs down there. We do have some foxes up here too. And they are headed right down here to the creek. So if they're gonna cross, I think we can just kind of scoot out here and get a shot. By the way, no doubt, there would be some raccoon dog drink zones down here actually on the creek. They are right there in view. We still can't kill them with a duck. I don't know why we've done that twice now. Tiny female there. Maybe this time we can make a slightly better shot. I do think that's going to be our final kill of the hunt. And, like, it's amazing. As many hours as we have here, I have legitimately underestimated this map. Just the waterfowl hunting that you can have. And I really like the same format as we use on Reventuly Coast. We can go and hunt these things. I'd love, you know, more rare red foxes, raccoon dogs, raccoons as I mentioned earlier on in the hunt. We can look for those things and still have that opportunity at, it feels like, thousands of birds flying over us to spot and try to add trophies to the lodge that way. And I think on that note, we'll take our max score Ferruginous duck and our other 2 diamonds back to that lodge. Now this is gonna take a second till we kind of get everything sorted out. I do want to go ahead and dismantle this. By the way, it would have been that date, it would have been early access on Salzwiesen Park. We have a 358 Eurasian teal, so that one from today is not RPV, but we are going to take the 1068 Ferruginous duck out and replace that with our max score. And by the way, sometimes you get like in the trophy manager, even with max score animals, in the manager you'll say 10 99.999 or something. This one's 1100 flat, so I don't know if that means anything. Maybe it's really max, but gonna get the rest of these put together here real quick. Got our hybrid goldeneye. We had a melanistic mallard in there, and we've got our tufted duck, which that's another thing I really want to get. A rare tufted duck for this specific mount. There you go. 1100 showing up top for that. And I love this mount. It's just that and the fact that we had some luck with rare waterfowl. That's what's gotten me into trying to get these trophy ducks for our lodge. But we're going to spin it around like that because that shows our Ferruginous duck and the coolest rares, the goldeneye and the widgeon there. Not bad. Now, we got to go and find some older duck trophies in here and get some replacements with the now old Ferruginous duck and the new one. And I think the teal we may skip, just kind of depends on what we find in here. And maybe a good example, got a 1249 goldeneye. It itself is a newer species. However, literally brand new duck species, I think we'll replace with that. Then we have another Ferruginous duck. That's the one that we took out of the multi-mount. And really, I hadn't even considered, like, we have a bunch of geese set up in this lodge, and a lot of them really aren't that impressive score-wise. So, gonna do something like that because it shows off those really cool wing feathers. Not bad at all. So, making some really nice waterfowl upgrades to our lodge just here in 2025 and just going back a couple of months. Just to October, really, when we got that hybrid goldeneye. I think it just adds so much. Like, all of these little slots all of a sudden mean a whole lot more. It's so cool. Max score Ferruginous duck. Still got some work to do with Gadwall. Would love to get a big one of them too. But I really like that. And that's another thing now. Add Salzwiesen to the list of places we're going to be coming back to and doing hunts just like that. But anyway, that is going to do it for this video. So as always, thank you guys for watching. And I'll see you next time.